When I had posed the situation where for Congress, Babnick would be on the air later in the hour, what would Jim Zecca say? What time's he on? Because I like to keep track of this because he's also a big supporter of Assemblywoman Tenney. So that's all coming up here. Good morning, Christine Bellino at 7:12 in studios. Will Michaels, and Will is with Utica Mack. And just tell you went through a pretty intense double hip surgery replacement.
Yes.
And that's a pretty big operation. My mother just had knee replacement. So
yeah.
It's a painful procedure, but man, it's amazing what they can do. You were walking just a couple of days after.
Yeah, Bill. Good morning, by the way.
Yeah.
Back in March, they drilled out my femur heads. I thought I have avascular necrosis, which is a bone disease.
All right.
They tried that, didn't work. I was in a wheelchair for like 6 weeks, and then came out where the doc says you have a crack in your femur ball and you're going to need hips.
Will is essential when it comes to our toy drive every year, and also the water drive that we did.
Yeah.
We might have to start one for the people of Ilion soon.
We can do that.
Maybe an update, Andrew, on Ilion this morning.
Been lifted.
It has been lifted.
Yeah.
Is that as of today?
Last evening, yesterday afternoon.
My God, I was brushing my teeth with boiled water. Can you believe this? Okay, so and that's why we pay very close attention to you.
I appreciate that, Bill. Yeah,
well, no, it's not about you. It's about us. We need you for this toy drive.
Yeah,
so,
for sure.
Come on.
Yeah.
No, seriously, we're very concerned. So you reached out to me last week, and you're in need of something, and maybe there's somebody out there that even on a loan situation could help you.
Anything.
So let's explain what you're looking at here.
Where I'm at right now is they did a double hip replacement, and I'm having slight complications with that. There's a muscle called the piriformis muscle, and it's been aggravated to the extent where I'm in consistent pain.
Yeah.
Where I live off the grid up in Tug Hill, and I have gravel driveway, and where the barn is, where the house is, and where the dogs are and everything is about 300-foot span per thing. And I'm having a very difficult time getting around and doing the typical little things up there. And what I'm asking for help is there anybody out there with a golf cart, a gas-powered golf cart? Because I do live off the grid. I need something with gasoline. And it doesn't have to be anywhere near new. It could be sitting in the weeds anywhere. I don't care if it's purple, but just something that actually is reliable, that could get me from point A to point B, because crutches on stone, it just doesn't work very well.
And what about one of those rascals? They're easy to pack up, and was that electric?
Those are electric,
They
but
are.
that wouldn't be the worst. But unfortunately, on the gravel crusher on stone that I have, it would not really work so well. Yeah.
So like a gas-powered golf cart.
Yeah.
All right.
You know, with just nothing. Doesn't have to have anything but a steering wheel and a brake.
And could it be a loaner situation?
Yeah. Yeah, really. I mean, absolutely.
It could be a loaner.
Absolutely.
Where somebody could say, hey, I want you to use this. I appreciate what you do for the toy drive, what you did for the water drive for Flint, Michigan. Maybe there's a loaner situation out there.
Anything would help. For me, like 3 months or so. That's about what I'm looking for,
right.
yeah.
And,
What's the going forward? Is it the prognosis? Is that the word I want to use? What going forward? What do you expect? Where did this bone disease even come from? Do you know that?
Well, I asked the doctor. He says only one. I'm 1 in 20,000 per year in the United States that get this thing.
Wow.
He says I was basically lucky. Kidding, of course. And he just said that, not many people get it, and I didn't have any trauma. I wasn't an alcoholic. I didn't fit any of the criteria. He says it just happened. So right now, the hips are mending, but I've got now this irritation in this piriformis muscle, and it's causing severe pain. I'm at like a consistent 9-10 level of pain. When I drive, I can't sleep. It's gotten pretty bad.
well, it's good you're not sleeping while you're driving.
That's very very true, Bill.
Just
So
for the record.
You're on crutches now. Is the thought that in 3 months or 6 months you won't be needing crutches?
I'm hoping. I really am hoping. I mean, my faith with the Lord has just been keeping me centered on this, that He's going to pull me through it. That's where I'm at.
I got to tell you that it is incredible what can be done today, and how quickly they have you back up on your feet. And
I was walking in 19 hours after the surgery, Bill.
Double hip replacement. My mother was the same. She had just recently had knee replacement, and they have you up and but you're dealing with nerves and you're dealing with muscles. So I'm told that there is some pretty severe pain that can come along with this, even when you're going through the rehab and active and doing the things you're supposed to do. And when that pain always seems to hit and bother you most is in the nighttime. It's when you can't sleep.
Yeah, and I can sleep anywhere.
Yeah.
Tom Highland from Utica Mack, he knows I can sleep anywhere, and I'm not sleeping right now.
And I have to tell you, and Christine, we see this whole opioid problem that leads to heroin and crime and overdoses. I mean, it's an epidemic right now, and it all I guess unless you've had the pain that you can't get rid of, and it's a level 9, level 10, whatever.
It's crazy.
It's hard. Sometimes people just want to do whatever they can to make the pain go away, and that's where you really have to be careful.
The doctor did give me pain meds, but he said if I wanted to drive that I couldn't take them. So I'm not on any pain meds right now. I'm just dealing with the pain because I need to work. I'm working and driving, as best that I can, but I am on no pain meds.
Yeah. All right, well, listen, if somebody has an interest, is there a number they can call? Or are they better off calling here?
Yeah, call the studio, call you,
Andrew.
Bill. Yeah.
7360186 if you know somebody that could help. And it could be a loaner for
golf cart
for 3 months.
Absolutely, yeah. Anything like that would be just
But it would have to be gas-powered.
Gas-powered would be the best because I do live off the grid, yeah.
Okay. All right.
So
do you literally live off the grid like you don't have power?
Yeah, I make my own power.
You do?
Yeah. I mean,
Are you a survivalist? Are you one of these people that believes the world's coming to an end?
No, I actually was building a youth camp, and it was all about the youth camp, living off the grid, giving kids an opportunity
How do you make your own power?
I have solar power. I have a couple diesel generators, and I'm putting up a windmill.
How in the hell do you get cable TV?
Direct.
Direct. Got it. That makes sense.
You don't have like a Pokemon Go station up there? No, I can't.
I had no idea what Pokemon actually was until I heard Pocket Monster. I'm like, what is that?
Yeah, I've heard that before, and I didn't think it was something good. So
not something you wanted to find on your cell phone, at least.
No. And it's huge. This Pokemon thing is just out of. I remember it with my kids, and I was just going through the attic, and I found there's a Pokemon board game. Was that a part of the Pokemon thing, Andrew? It was when you went for Christmas time to play the role of you-know-who. Anything Pokemon was like, oh, we're going to get this. Legos Pokemon, we're going to get that. It was Star Wars and Pokemon. and this
then
thing
Yu-Gi-Oh came in. And then
one of those Transformers too. That was a big thing.
Magic the Gathering. Although I think that's still pretty popular. Always has been.
And Pogs. Do you remember Pogs?
Yeah.
I believe that was all the generation immediately behind me. My brother was big into all that stuff, and he's 5 or 6 years younger than me.
And the cards. I mean, the kids who used to be baseball cards, and all these other cards came into play. It's crazy. And now this Pokemon game has these people walking into ponds and rivers.
Finding dead bodies or dogs.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
All right, if somebody can help, Will, it's 7360186. Thank you. And
thank you, Bill.
And
thank
good
you,
luck
Jeff.
out there.
Andy,
thank you, Will.